Well, I think we said good morning a few times this morning, so I'll try not to say that, but hello. My name is Steve Case. My wife and I, Eden, moved down here to Berea around 6 years ago. I am a guidance counselor at Madison Southern. I know a lot of these students over here and some of the students that are sprinkled around. Every night, my wife and I get together with our two little kids, almost an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old. And we always go through saying our prayers at night, and then we try to get them into their beds. And last night was no different. We did that, and then our 8-year-old boy caged people wherever possible, except when it would cause someone injury or harm. Think about people that you may have lied to, people that you may have gossiped about, people you may have stolen from. What if you had to go face those people and make amends with them? I wonder how that might change our actions the next time that rolled around. Imagine if you had a friend that you had to keep going to after time after time after time. I'm sorry, this is what I've done against you. Sooner or later, that person may drop you as being a friend, or just may never believe a word you say after that, or always take caution when being around you. Steps 10 through 11, I think they could have taken these two steps and said, you know what, repeat steps 4 through 9. Okay? Step 10 says to continued to take a personal inventory, and when we were wrong, let me read that over. Continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. And when I read that word promptly, it got me to thinking again, this should be something that I'm doing daily, maybe not even daily, but hourly. Thinking about what I'm doing. How is the devil scheming against me? Step 11, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him. Praying only for knowledge of His will for us and for the power to carry it out. You know, I've heard the verse in Philippians 2, verses 12 and 13, where it says, I've turned too many pages. Therefore, my dear friends, as you have always obeyed, not only in my presence, but now much more in my absence, continue to work out your salvation with fear and trembling. For it is God who works in you to will and to act according to His good purpose. I'd always heard that term, working out your salvation. And I've always just thought of that as, well, that's just daily Bible reading and prayer. And that's kind of where it stops. But these steps, 4 through 11, really speak to me as how to work out your salvation. A lot of times we think it kind of stops with after we confess Jesus as Savior and Lord. And we don't continue to go to Jesus daily, to go to God daily in His Word and in prayer and asking Him to reveal our shortcomings in our lives. Many times have I prayed, Lord, please forgive me of my sins. But I don't think I've often prayed, Lord, reveal to me what my sins are so that I can work on those sins. And that's something that I've been hitting the head with a lot here lately. Step 12. Having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics, and I will say to sinners, and to practice these principles in all of our affairs. There's a quote that I heard from a song back in 1996. I don't know if many of you guys remember the group DC Talk. Some of you guys at least know who Toby Mac is. He was a member of DC Talk when it started. They produced a song called What If I Stumble? And at the beginning of that song, one of the members said this quote, "The greatest single cause of atheism in the world today are Christians who acknowledge Jesus with their lips and walk out the door and deny Him with their lifestyle. That is what an unbelieving world simply finds unbelievable." As I read through these steps, and as I thought about the church, okay, as an organization, not just Berea Baptist Church, but the church in general, how many times, I wonder what our churches would look like if we consciously went through steps 4 through 11 on this sheet. I wonder if acknowledging Jesus with our lips would actually look like acknowledging Jesus with our lifestyle as well, so that an unbelieving world would find something different. The last step that they don't really mention as an official part of the 12 steps, but I did find it online as a 13th step, is sponsorship. A lot of times after someone has gone through these 12 steps and they're trying to fight an addiction, they have a sponsor, and that sponsor has more than likely gone through the same type of addiction that the person has as well. They call on that person for encouragement. They call on that person when they're fighting that temptation of relapse. I think we could say that sponsorship in the church would look like an accountability partner. Someone that's been through sin, maybe the same sin